Hello everyone. Last time we discussed about the very first pillar out of the eight pillars of prosperity, energy. And today we're going to discuss about the second pillar, economy. In all of time, nature destroys every foulness it finds, not by destroying, but by transmuting it, or you can say by purifying it. A spiritual economist transmutes his passion. He transmutes his passion into intelligence, and his intelligence evolves into principles. And over time, these principles become wisdom. And using this wisdom, the person takes actions. An all-round economy or society is all about finding the middle ground. It can be the middle ground of seven major things. The first is money. Money is a symbol of exchange and the purchasing power. A person who is spent, a person who spends money as soon as he earns it, you can say. A person who spends money as soon as he earns it, or a person who is a miser, meaning a person who earns money but he never uses it for anything, for his own comfort. He only saves it thinking that somehow helps him without using it. Both of these are two extremes, and neither of these are good. A person who is economically efficient with money uh, keeps his sphere of operations relatively uh, equal to his capital. Depending on his capital, he expands his sphere of operations, how he spends it, and how he spends the money to earn more money. Next is food. Food is something that represents life and vitality in both physical and mental strength. Usually, a person goes to the farther extreme of eating too much, uh, but usually people don't try to intentionally starve themselves because it's pretty dangerous on its own. So, a person should try and not starve themselves nor eat too much to become too obese. Next is clothing. Clothing was meant for protection from natural environment like dust and a bit of cold and sweating from the summer heat. But nowadays, a lot of people, or the majority of the population, make clothes as a sort of a fashion, which isn't dangerous on its own, but it's really just a simple waste of money and waste of resources. And a person who isn't very good with their clothes or is very vulgar is the other extreme. And a person who finds the middle ground is a person who uses money to buy clothes for protection and buys a few formal clothes for formal occasion. He buys clothes depending on the occasion. Next is recreation. Fourth is recreation. Every person must have some sort of work which which can be an objective of their life. It cannot be only work, and at the same time it cannot be only recreation. A person has to work at the same time use recreation as a way to relax and a way to gain more satisfaction. A person who spends their entire time in recreation at some point will be forced to do work, and at that point it's not simple work, it's extremely difficult for them. At the same time, a person who only works and does not indulge in any recreation will slowly take a hit on their mental health. Next up, we have rest. Rest is for uh, the recuperation of your body and mind after work. Everyone must do sufficient work and sufficient sleep. A person who sleeps too much is actually more sluggish. A person who sleeps a bit, who sleeps uh, as per the work they do, and a person who doesn't sleep enough, again, at this some point in time they burn out and they suffer from some sort of mental issues, mental or physical issues. Time time is something that every single person has in equal measure. There's not a single person who has more time and not a single person who has lesser time, and we shouldn't squander this precious time on unprofitable waste. Not uh, not just in physical money, but even in mental health. You shouldn't squander even minutes on wasteful, on unprofitable waste, because that affects your mental and physical health. And almost everyone has probably heard the quote, "Time is money." I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. A person who manages his time properly can earn more money. It can be money or it can be prosperity. A person who has spends time efficiently can be more prosperous. Next up, we have energy. Energy, uh, I mean, it's pretty bit weird because I said it's not an. If you remember properly, energy is the first pillar, and a person shouldn't overexert themselves or try to laze around. They should use enough energy to do sufficient work that's necessary work, not unnecessary wasteful work, unnecessary work. Yeah, one shouldn't expend their energy on thoughtless, thoughtless things and wasteful habits. Economy consists of four qualities. The first is moderation. The main selling point on this topic, on this pillar of economy, avoiding extremes and finding the middle way, while avoiding from what is simply just bad. There's no need for there's no such thing as finding the middle way and something that's wasteful. The second, we have efficiency. Efficiency is the right conservation of your energy or forces or power. Skill is something that is gained from thoughtfulness and efficiently managing time and energy. There's a famous quote that says there's one right way of doing things and a thousand wrong ways. And efficiency is something that uh, helps you in finding the right way quicker. Next up, we have resourcefulness. Resourcefulness is the outcome of efficiency. A person who is efficient can be more resourceful. He is more helpful to people in the society. A person who is more resourceful has more schemes, has more thoughts, has more hopes, and at the end of the day, he has more riches. He prospers. And then finally, we have originality. Originality is not something that can be forced. Instead, it can only be developed. A person with originality has uh, originality is extremely important, and a lot of people are ashamed of copies of the original, and only through hard work and being efficient and being more resourceful over time, a person gains more originality. He becomes his own independent, original person. Thank you. And next time we're going to discuss about the third pillar, integrity.